Do not lay up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasure in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Matthew 6:21. What does the word treasure mean to you? I think for most people it is a picture of a treasure chest full of gold and silver, the currency of this world, the things that one could spend to enhance their way of life here and now, to provide more luxurious living. What is interesting about this statement is that Jesus doesn't say you must not have treasure or get rid of your treasure. He is changing our view of what treasure looks like, where real treasure can be found. I remember a certain preacher, who shall remain nameless, saying that we actually have an abundance of financial treasure stored up in heaven that we can access by faith to spend on the things that we need down here on earth. But I have to say, this is a poor demonstration of what Jesus is saying here. For a better understanding of what Jesus' words really mean, we can see how the treasure in heaven is applied here on earth. In chapter 6 of the book of Acts, Peter and John passed by a lame beggar who lay at the gate of the temple. The beggar saw Peter and John and asked them for money. Peter looks at the beggar, who is now expecting to receive some money, and says to him in verse 6, "Silver and gold I do not have, but what I do have I give to you. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, rise up and walk." And he took him by the right hand, lifted him up, and immediately his feet and ankle bones received strength. The world is used to spending silver and gold. It is the value system that we have used throughout the centuries. We have lists of the top 100 wealthiest people, those who have the most silver and gold. We judge others by how much silver and gold they give away. We feel good about ourselves in the same way when we give it away. "Silver and gold have I none," the disciples of Jesus happily proclaim, knowing that they have a treasure of much more infinite worth. They were able to give the man power from on high. Straight from the throne room of heaven came the treasure, healing and restoration, deliverance from disease and discomfort, shame and helplessness, salvation. Let me just get one thing straight. Jesus is not saying that we don't need money. He's saying that the way we view it is wrong. The way we use it as a measure of worth is flawed and incorrect. The way we trust in it and store it up for a future here on earth that is passing away is foolishness of the highest measure. Indeed, the desire for it leads to many sorrows, 1 Timothy 6:9-10. When Jesus came healing the sick, raising the dead, casting out demons, he did so because of a direct link to the throne room of God. "I and the Father are one," Jesus says in John 10:30. They are one in mind and one in will. The things that Jesus did weren't because he was second guessing what his Father might want, or because he thought it would be the sort of thing his Father would want him to do. Jesus poured out the love of God to those around him. He demonstrated what real treasure looks like and how it is spent. In spending the heavenly treasure, he showed what God valued so highly. Those people who he treasured so much, you and me. And dying on the cross for us, Jesus opened the way for us to have access to the same throne room that he did when he was here. The doorway to real treasure, real life lies through the cross, a cross that denies the worldly system of values and declares the love of God to those who the world does not value, the hurting, the lame, the poor in spirit, the sinners like you and me, to those who do not appear in any rich list here on earth, but have their names written in the book of life, the book of the slain lamb. To enter that throne room of grace means accepting where the true treasure is at the cost of exposing the earthly treasures as something that will rust and decay, a message that is not well received in this age or any before it. The true currency of God's kingdom is that of love. Love that is expressed firstly by God to us in the form of his Son Jesus being offered for us, and then of us entering into the same system of love where we become vessels that can say, like Peter and John, "Silver and gold have I none, but what I do have I give to you. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, we offer life eternal, relationship with God, the only treasure that will never fade and never run out." Bless you, and thanks for listening.